Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back, everybody, to the DreamLand Podcast. This is the first episode. In this episode, we're going to speak about something a bit different. It's going to be a story time about the town or the village that I'm living in, with the background that I filmed during my trip from the place that I'm living in to Jeddah. So the village, I can't say that it's a village, since Mr. Google says a village has only 500 to 2,500 inhabitants, and Album has 55,000. So technically, it's not a village, but it feels like a village and looks like one. Anyways, we can't consider it as a village, and it's not a city either, so it's a town. First of all, we moved here because the employer that my dad is working with made a transfer from Jeddah to Album. We were living in Jeddah for the past 15 years of my life, and after the employer made the transfer, we had to move. And unfortunately, we did the biggest mistake that you could ever do when moving to a country or a city or a town or whatever that you don't have a choice in moving to or not, is by searching on Google or YouTube. And my advice is never do that. I learned this the hard way. Never do it. Because for me, all the information that was there were mistaken or very old facts. Like, there were some rumors that said and there were no internet or electricity in Album, and the roads that were filmed on YouTube were really dangerous, and they filmed some roads on top of mountains and stuff. So moving there felt like a huge risk. Anyways, when we moved, alhamdulillah, none of the facts that were in Google and YouTube were right. So never use Google or YouTube as your source of information, because it's usually people's opinions and it's not really facts. Disclaimer, not always, but sometimes. Alhamdulillah, after we came here, we realized that it was for the better for us. وَعَسَىٰ أَن تَكْرَهُوا شَيْئًا وَهُوَ خَيْرٌ لَكُمْ. It was just like what we wanted to have in our city, Jeddah. For the people who live in Jeddah, they know it. It's really hot and humid, and it rarely rains. Even in winter, there's no rain. So, alhamdulillah, here in Album, it rains for half the year, and it's just beautiful. It rains like 5 or 6 months, as I said, half of the year, and it rains like in summer, even if the weather is too hot and it's not cloudy or anything. It just suddenly rains, and I love the rain. I truly love the rainy weather, and the feeling or the smell of the ground after raining. It's just amazing. I love it. And I found it here in Album. And one of the best things also is the community of Album. People in Album are really kind and friendly. They're really different than the people we met in Jeddah. People in Jeddah are also kind, but since Jeddah is a big city, people tend to be more formal, like in all of the other big cities in the world. But because Album is more like a village, or it's a really small town, people here are really open and genuine and honest. Sometimes in a bad way, but in general, it's in a good way. And it feels like home, Everybody knows everybody, especially in school. Like, all the school's relatives, the whole school community is relatives. The teacher is the cousin of the principal, and my friend and my other classmates are nieces or cousins or even aunts. So it's really comfortable, and there's no judging, no anything. They're just like a family. Schools here are not scary at all. There is no bullying or any kind of just weird stares. And life here in general isn't really serious. Everything is just taken easily, and it feels peace. There's a weird thing also in Alam, that we don't even have traffic lights because we don't need ones. There's no traffic. The streets are always peaceful and quiet. No crowd. Especially after 6 p.m. And I love peace. I love quietness. Though I can't lie, I really miss Jeddah sometimes. I miss Jeddah's crowd, traffic lights, and of course Jeddah's beach. And I love visiting it from time to time. I love Adam still. And I'm really okay with the fact that it looks like a village. But it's great. The mountains of it are great. Alon has really big mountains that you will see on the video. You will see mountains everywhere. When I wake up and open the window, I see a mountain. When I go to school, I see the same mountain. When I go, for example, a drive by the car, I also see the same mountain. But it's great. I love it. And that's it. This was the 4th episode of DreamLand Podcast. Hope you liked it. And don't forget, please, to comment down below in the comments section about any ideas for the future episode. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.